Welcome to Tire Rack Champ Car Endurance Series 7 and 8 hour endurance race here at Nelson Ledges. I'm Chelsea Vickery, I'm your race director. Jay and Ray are going to be your tech inspectors this weekend. Laura, she's in registration. David Fowler and Ben Blas, they're going to be doing timing and scoring. And Jimmy and Al, they're our equipment managers this weekend. They'll be working pit road. Bill Strong is our marketing director, and he will also be the pace car driver in the maroon Volkswagen. So keep in mind of that. For this weekend, I'll just start off by saying we do have some more COVID guidelines that we ask you guys to respect and kind of abide by. Stay in your groups, be mindful, please respect everyone. And then just read through the guidelines and keep your mask on at all times, we ask you. So I'll just kind of jump into how we start. This is a 8 and 7 hour enduro, like I said. Drivers in and ready, in their cars, strapped in. We're going to release probably around 8:50. We're going to let you guys out. We're going to do a pace lap, check in with timing, make sure all the transponders are hitting, and then we will go green. We will go green as close to 9 as possible. That means that your driver stints are going to start at 9 o'clock. So if it's 9:01, 9 o'clock is the driver stint time for tomorrow. We will let you out behind the pace car. We're going to pick a random pit stall. I'll announce that over the mic tomorrow. And that car will start. So say if we have pit stall 11, we'll release, that's not the number, just if we say it is 11, we'll release 11 and we'll go all the way down to 30. We'll pick up at 1 and we'll go to 10. Sunday, it will be inverted. So 10 will start first, go down to 1, 30, and then down to 11 will be last. So we'll let you out behind the pace car, full course yellow during that time. Warm up your tires and brakes. Get the butterflies out while we check transponders. When the green flag will be displayed at start finish only. All the other corner stations will be holding the double yellow. If you are in the back of the line, you see those double yellows come in, that means you're racing. So, green flag will only be displayed at start finish. Pit road and fueling rules. Stop at pit in completely to get timer every single time. Everybody will stop in, they'll get that timer. If you aren't fueling, you'll just continue to your pit stall. Each timer is set for 5 minutes. So if you aren't fueling, you do what you need to do. Go to pit out, you'll stop, say no fuel, and they'll let you back out on track. If you are fueling, you have to spend 5 minutes on that fuel stop. We do that for safety reasons. Pit road speed is going to be 25 miles an hour. No one over the wall until the car has come to a complete stop. We saw that a lot last weekend at Charlotte. A lot of people were jumping that wall. We had to talk to quite a few teams. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on that this weekend. So make sure your car comes to a complete stop and then you guys go over the wall. Let's see here. As soon as the car comes to a stop, kill switch, no power on the car, you have to hit that kill switch each time. We also had that last weekend at Charlotte. We caught a few guys doing that, so make sure you hit that kill switch. Next. Once the gas cap comes off, you are under fueling. So as soon as that cap is off, you are under fueling rules. Everybody over the wall during the fueling time must be dressed in head to toe in complete fire suit. Their gear, gloves, helmet, visors need to be down in the helmet. That's pretty much the one thing that our pit marshals see is the visors up. So make sure those are down during fueling. A fire bottle man, one of the most important people in my book, he needs to be 7 to 10 feet away, ready to save his teammate's life with the pin pulled. We do see that sometimes. There's no reason for you guys to be standing there aimed if you can't use it right away. So make sure you have that pin pulled before you guys do your fuel stop. Make sure that you have a drip tray, pan, 3 inches deep, at least 12 inches in diameter. Clean up your messes if you guys fuel anything. And once you're done fueling, you look at that timer. If you see that you have some time left, please sit there, maybe clean the windshield, do something so you don't clog up pit out. So just make sure the 5 minutes is done, and then you can just release your car. You'll stop, they'll grab the timer, check your belts real quick, and they'll release you. They'll also be looking for driver bands, so make sure you have that driver band on. Okay, no smoking on pit road. Just going to throw that out there while we're talking about fueling. Rules of the road. Champ Car does not condone contact. Any contact that is not minor or racing, you know, you'll have that out there. So anything that's over the limit. If car parts start flying, if cars get booted off course, anything like that, we are going to bring both people in. We're going to see what's going on. And I will hand out penalties accordingly. Maintain racing room out there. This weekend we're starting with 49 cars. It's a 2-mile track, so just maintain that racing room. It's the overtaking car's responsibility to plan and execute a safe and clean pass. So just make sure that you keep that in mind whenever you go to pass somebody. It is your responsibility to do so in a safe manner. If you are being passed, the best thing you can do is just hold that line. If they caught you, they can get around you. Try not to jump out as soon as you move out. They could be there. Bad things happen when that happens. So just hold your line if you're being passed. Let's see here. We will do hot pulls. We'll go, if there's an incident that requires the pace car, we're going to go full course yellow. We'll pick up the leader. So if you are the leader and we do go full course and we have to put the pace car out there, try to leave a gap. That helps us a lot, because this track is pretty blind when you're in the tower. Some tracks we can see the whole thing, so we can see you coming around, but this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have to rely on our corner workers for calling you around so we can get the pace car out there in front of you. So if you are the leader, just leave a little room. All right. Let's see here. Like I said, black flag will be at turn 9 and start finish. So keep that in mind. Driver stints 2 hours max. Start at 9 o'clock, like I said earlier. Alright, you should know your flags by now, but here is a reminder. Standing yellow. So yellows is what we will see that probably the most. If you see a yellow flag, the number one rule with the yellow flag is no passing. If you pass under a yellow condition, you will come in and you will serve a penalty. So do not pass under yellow. If you see a standing yellow, that means that there's an incident. It might be off racing line. So we ask you to drop it down to 70%. Just standing yellow, it could just keep your eyes up, not as serious. If it's waving yellow, we ask you to drop your race speed to 50%. Something's more serious, maybe in the line, so you just need to keep those eyes up and drop your speed to 50%. Red flag I hate to use the most, and that's if something serious is going on and we need to get our ambulance and our crews out to someone immediately. So red flag, as soon as you see that, come to a quick controlled stop. Don't walk on the brakes, nothing like that. Just please come to a controlled stop off the racing line so those crews can get by you, preferably in line of sight with the corner station. That's our only way really out there to communicate with you. So if you see the red flag, please do that. Black flag, that means that we need you to come in. We need to have a talk with you, either about your driving, or something that's going on out there. Black flag will be at pit in. Like I said earlier, every time you come in, you're going to stop and get that timer. If you get black flagged, you'll come into pit in. They will sit and they will talk to you. If you get a penalty, you'll sit at pit in and you'll serve that penalty, and then they'll let you go. Meatball flag is a black flag with the meatball in it. Or with a red dot in it. It means that we don't necessarily have a problem with you or your driving. We have a problem with your car. Something's going on. Something's dragging. Something's leaking. So if you see the meatball flag, please come into pit in and we will get it all figured out. So white flag, slow moving vehicle, they'll cover anybody out there. They do have the red cross flag, which will be displayed at start finish. If there's emergency crews out on track, they will display that. And that's Mike Chiswick calling. Anyways, all right, so the EV flag, very important, will be out on start finish. If the emergency crews and the ambulance are out on track and they radio in saying that they have a car that went by them, they buzz them or anything like that, you will come in and you will spend some time at pit in for a penalty. I don't take that lightly. I don't think anyone really takes that lightly. It's a very dangerous situation when crews are out there, boots on the ground, working with a car. You know, sometimes areas can be a little bit sketchy, and we expect from you as drivers to give them as wide of a berth as possible and as much as respect as possible. So keep that in mind. All right, just a little follow-up. Green flag is at 9, checkered flag is at 5 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. Driver stint times, again, starts at 9 o'clock. Impound will be held at pit road. Bring the jack, your jack stands, logbook. There will be no award ceremony. We will announce the winners, and we will have your trophies ready for you just to pick up. We'll do that due to the whole COVID thing. That's the reason also why we are recording this right now. So, just a couple other notes. No alcohol until the track is cold. Drink water. It's supposed to be a scorcher this weekend, so keep that in mind. Debris and critters. Watch debris and critters out there. So I just got the note from our corner worker. So that's a note. So keep an eye out on that. And I'll announce that random pit stall tomorrow. And just want to thank our sponsors, RVA Graphics and Wraps, Frozen Yoders, Racing Radios, Lifeline, Willwood, and our title sponsor, TireRack.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for racing with us. We appreciate you guys.